Hi everybody, and welcome to this final part of the high poly modeling of the Soviet machine. I'm very excited to let you know that this is the last part we're going to make on the high poly, and I think that the end result is looking pretty good. I hope you've learned a lot of stuff from this tutorial here, and in this part we're going to finish off some smaller details or stuff we've actually forgot to make, or I have forgot to make. And once again, when you finish your machines from this tutorial, I'll be more than happy to give you some feedback, to tell you how everything's looking, and what should you do better, or what actually you need to create, or what are your problems and stuff like that. So I'll be more than happy to help you. So as you can see, we started here by making a cylinder in that hole there, and we're going to make one of the elements here. We've actually cut along the sides of the cylinder, and now we're connecting the vertices that are left right there. Okay, you have to excuse my voice today. I'm a bit sick, and I have a sore throat, and I'm speaking kinda strange. So I've copied the cylinder here, and I'm going to make the second hole as well. Okay, like so, just cutting along the side of the cylinder there, and again connect the side vertices. Okay, I have a small problem here. I'm just going to weld these vertices together using the target weld. Okay, connect those as well. Don't forget to position the vertices properly. Okay, so I've deleted the middle there, and now I'm just selecting all of these border edges, and I guess you are all familiar with the procedure I'm doing here. I'm using the scale and the move tools to recreate the shape here. Like that. Move those back. Okay, just try to follow the shape as close as possible, as you can see I'm doing here. And also you'll see that I don't only do the overall shape, I also try to create the edge loops that I need for hardening the sides, because if I do them now while I'm creating the shape, it's it's actually easier than to go ahead and get inside the shape after it's done and try to select all of the rings or the loops there and try to create this shape and try to create all the edges that I need to harden the sides. So I think that's the easier way that I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm just trying to create this base here for the handle. You've seen on the reference there's a handle here that you can rotate, and it probably does something, probably something important, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just finishing up this over here, just capping that in the end and connecting those vertices there, making sure that I only have 4-sided polygons there. Okay, so added a few connections there to harden the sides, and now I'm going to create the handles themselves, just selecting two of the opposite polygons here, and I'm going to perform a small inset and make an extrusion, a small extrusion at first, and then the bigger one. Maybe that's too big, kinda like that. Okay, make a few connections there. And I'll try to match the shape closer. So I'm making a connect there in the middle, and I'm going to select the middle vertices at both ends, and I'll perform an scale on them on the Wacol axis like that. Okay, give them a bit of a pointed shape, and also I make another connection for both handles there, and I scale that in, make a small chamfer like that, giving the handle some kind of a curvature. And now I'm going to select all the polygons of the handle there. Okay, so after I have all the polygons selected here of this handle, I'm just going to copy it on the other side, like so. And I'm just going to rotate it a bit, make them look kind of different, with a different rotation. It will make the model look more realistic. So after we're done with the handles, we're going to continue, and we're going to continue with first making this handle here on the side. I mean copying this handle here on the side because we're going to need it for this back door there, and just going to move it into place after I have centered the pivot, of course. It's always easier to take the effort and center the pivot than to try and move and rotate something that has a pivot outside of itself, because it's making very strange moves, and it's kind of hard to position it properly. So I scale that door handle there and position it properly, and now I'm going to attach it to the main body like so. I'm gonna take a look at my reference here. Okay, so now I want to copy this handle here. As you can see, we have a few different styles of handles, and we need all of them around the model here. And I'm going to position the new handle right about there and rotate it how it should be, and move it down into place like that. Okay, make sure that you have enough space to move it, to rotate it around, and to be able to fit your fingers around it. Always think about such stuff when you're creating a model. Always think how it will be in reality, what will be the easiest way to move that element, if it is a moving element, and how not to create something which it will be impossible to make. Like if you cannot fit your fingers around this handle, it will be useless, and therefore will look unrealistic on your model. So I'm continuing right away. I need to make a copy of this gear here, and I'm just going to position it on the proper spot like that. As you can see, we actually make different small details all around the model, kind of stuff that we didn't have enough time, or I've actually skipped or forgot to make them when I was making the parts where they are. And as you can see, I'm just mainly reusing stuff that I've already made. And as you can see with this gear here, I'm just positioning it properly, kinda looking around if I can use the geometry in a certain way here, but I've actually decided that I'm going to use another mesh to create the elements here that are needed. So I'm just trying to position this gear where it should be. Making sure that it's underneath this element here. And I'm also going to select this box there and move it to the side, because it was intersecting with my gear. I don't really understand the purpose of this gear. It's kinda sitting on top of the mesh there, and I don't know what exactly is the purpose of this gear, but it doesn't really matter. I've made a cylinder here, and I'm just again using the move and the scale to create this shape. This shape here I'm actually imagining how it will look, since I don't have a good reference there. I'm just making it kind of interesting, though not adding too much on it. As you can see on the reference, it's not something with too much detail, sorry. And after I'm done, I'm going to move to this part here, which will actually be the hardest part to create in this last video. Most of the stuff is basic copying and reusing some of the detail. Here I have a bit more work, so I'm getting to it. First of all, I'm looking around the mesh, just thinking what should I start with, and I selected the front polygons there. I'm just going to deselect the ones that I don't need, which will be those on the side, like that. And oh, I actually decided to make a connection first, because I don't need to delete all of the polygons there all the way to the bottom. So now I've deleted those polygons as I don't need them, and I also need to scale those vertices like that to make the front side flat. Okay, shift drag those those edges there and weld the vertices like that. Just going to do the same on the other side. Okay, just welding those together, and now I can select all of the border edges there and I can scale them in like so. Taking a look at the reference once more. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to create the final hole there in the middle, and I'm just deselecting the vertices, leaving only the side ones, because I'm going to use the scale like so. We are using the scale to straighten the sides there. Just going to do the same for the top and the bottom. Okay, so once we've done that, just going to make another small scale like that, and then make an extrusion inwards like so. Another scale, okay, and I'm going to cap the end there. And interesting part here, I'll have to connect all of these vertices by hand, unfortunately, but you know, it has to be done. So I start cutting here, Okay, I've decided to scale those vertices apart, and it will be much easier to make the connections there. Just going to connect the vertices using the cut. And now I'll have to hide all of the elements that are actually blocking my view here, because I have to make these connections like so and like that. Okay, as you can see, I need to add a few more connects to harden the sides there. Actually, I've decided to move those down. It will be easier to make the connect. Okay, and I have to slide this connect down like so. Okay, and as you can see now, everything is looking better except for this front side here. It's kind of messed up. Just going to deselect the front edges and move the rest of the edges up using the edge constraint. Deselect those and straighten the part there, and now as you can see, it's looking better, though we still have some small problems on the front. Just checking how everything's going to be looking with the Mesh Smooth modifier turned to 2, and it's looking better. It's looking good. I'm going to turn that back to 1. And I've decided that I'll make another cut there, because I think that this will fix my shading problem down there. Weld those together, and I'm going to preview that, and as you can see now, we have no shading problems whatsoever, and I'm happy with this, so I can continue with the next thing we have to do. Just checking my reference to see what that's going to be. I'm hiding all of the elements and also all of the objects there. As you can see, this already adds a lot of detail to the machine, even though it's just a hole we did there. But now we're going to recreate all of the elements inside, and it's going to be looking very good. I'll have to scale this gear and fit it into place. Okay, position it in the middle like that. So now I'm just going to make a cylinder in the middle, which will be the purpose of this cylinder will be to hold the gear into place. As you know, the gear cannot stand in the air by itself, so this will be kind of a support for this gear, I'm going to make some small details here, just to make it look more interesting. I'm just making this up. Haven't seen this on the reference. Okay, add a few connections to harden the sides, and I'm going to copy the half and position it where it should be. Weld the middle vertices. Okay, so now I can select my main element and attach the cylinder here. Okay, that's good. So we're going to continue now, adding more detail. We'll have to add the rail and the chain connecting the two gears together. So first I'll select the rail here, and I'm going to copy that as an object. As you can see, we're using this rail for the third time. We have one rail on the bottom and two on the sides. So as you can see, we've managed to use most of the stuff we've created, and it's always good to do that. It's always a smart move to reuse all the stuff you have, if you can, of course. I'm just trying to fit this rail here. I scale it a bit. I have to scale it even more. Okay, position it where it should be, and move the top and the bottom where it should be. As I've noticed that I have a small problem here. I need to fix that here. So I'm just yeah, I've decided to delete the whole side here, and I'm going to use the cut to make the connections. I don't know how this happened. I must have selected something that I shouldn't have, or forgot to select something, I don't know. However, I'm just fixing that. Again, I'm going to use the same technique by scaling those vertices apart from each other, which helps me to create the cuts. It's much easier this way. And I'm just going to connect the vertices together like that. Do the same for the bottom here. Okay, so now I can select the bottom and the top vertices and position them where they should be, which is around there. Okay, and now I'll have to select the front element here, and I'll have to make the holes for the rails. Okay, I start off by selecting this edge there in the middle and chamfering it. Also I'm going to ring select those edges there and make a connect, move it to right about there, weld, target weld this vertex there, okay. So I've selected these polygons, and actually I need to make a chamfer here as well. I seem to forgotten that. Target weld this vertex there, and now I have to select these polygons as well, delete them, and now select the edges on the sides there and shift drag them up. It seems that I've forgotten to switch back to no constraints. I was in edge constraint mode. Okay, so after I've made my edges there, I'm just going to weld the vertices like that, and what's left for me to do now is make a few connections to harden the sides. I'm going to need to connect those vertices all the way to that one there. I'm not sure that this won't give me any smoothing or shading problems. I'll try to fix them if I have such problems there. Okay, make another connection there. Don't forget this other one here on the other side. I'm going to check how this is looking, and I'll need to add another connection here, like so. Okay, that's looking better, but still I have another connection to make, and it's right about there. I'm just going to make a make a cut all the way to this vertex there, but as you can see I now have smoothing problems with this edge. I'll try to weld this vertex there. I still have my problem, and I've actually noticed that all I need to do is weld the vertices there that you've seen that you've seen me weld, and it's actually much easier. And now, as you can see, I have no problems. I'm just going to have to make the same steps here on the bottom. Just select those edges, make a connect, position it where it should be, and connect those vertices. This way this edge is kind of going around the hole how it should be. Okay, as you can see now, that's looking good with the rail and everything. So what's left for us to do is create the chain you see here on the reference between the gear over there and the gear that's probably inside. So I start off with a circle here. I'm going to need it to create my chain, and make a copy of this circle down, make it smaller, delete the two halves, and I'm just going to create a line between those two and those two vertices, and I'm going to weld them like that. Weld these as well. Okay, I'm going to use this spline as a path to my chains there that I'm going to copy right now. Okay, so I'm just going to make another copy of this gear, just so in I don't know, in some angle you may be able to see this gear there in the bottom, and I don't want there to be, you know, empty. So okay, now as you can see, all I have to do is select my chain and make a copy of the elements that I need. Okay, so I'll just select those elements there and make a copy, clone that as an object, center the pivot, okay, I'll need to position the pivot right about there in order to be able to create this whoop here. I'm just resetting the X form, because if I don't do that, and I'll try to use path deform, how I'm just going to do that now, I may have some problems. I've actually forgot to make enough copies. I mean, I didn't make any copies actually. I'll have to do that now. So I'm just going to make maybe 50 copies like that, and I'll have to attach all of them together. Okay, so I'll select all of these objects here and attach them. Don't forget to save. And now I can use the path deform, pick this shape here, and I just try to, yeah, as you can see, it's on the z-axis, and but I have some stretching there that I don't really want, so I'll have to delete some of the elements here. Okay, so the way I see it, I'll have to go back into editable poly and go to the top view and maybe select a handful of these elements here and delete them and check out how this is looking right now. As you can see, the stretching is smaller, but it's still there. So now I'll have to delete some of the other elements here. Maybe 50 was a big number. Maybe I should have gone around 30, 35, something like that. As you can see, this already is looking better. I'll delete a few more elements here. Check out how that's looking again. And as you can see, now I have to adjust the stretching a bit. And I still have a problem there, but I think it's because of the spline. So I'll select this vertex there and try to move the Bezier handles, convert it to corner and then to Bezier again. This resets the handles, and I just move the other handle down. As you can see, this fixes the stretching problem, and now we have the chain ready. As you can see, it's looking good and it's positioned how it should be. Okay, so now I'm just going to save once again because I don't want to redo that if anything happens. And I'm just looking around to see how that's looking. And as you can see, this machine here is almost ready. It's looking pretty good. We only have a few more things to create, which are in the back. I'm just trying to find the right photo. As you can see, this is the only reference we have on this element here in the back. So I'm just going to try to recreate it from this reference here. It's not a very hard element, but we don't have much reference on it, so I'll just improvise and try to create it. Of course, start off with a cylinder here with auto grid, making sure that it's sitting on top of the other geometry there. Okay, so I've deleted the top polygon, select the border edges there and use the scale to make a few extrusions inwards. Also, I'm trying to start building up using the move here, the scale. Okay. I've actually noticed that this extrusion there was too big. Okay, I'm going to start creating this cylindrical piece at the top there. It was too big, this the radius was too big, so I started off again trying to match that. It's kind of a hard piece to be able to create, because we don't have any reference there, and since we only have one picture, it's kind of hard to estimate what the proportions are. Okay, I'll just try to match the shape here, try to make the top like that. Okay, scale this in like so. Okay, position those properly, just trying to match the curvature of this top piece there, and I'm just going to finish this up like that. Cap the end. Oh, actually just going to make that small hole there and cap that. Of course, connect the vertices like so, avoiding any hang-ons there. And of course I'm going to add a few connects. Okay, so now I'll have to select every other edge whoop there, because I'm going to try and recreate those elements on the side, which actually turns out to be a tricky part to make. Just made a chamfer there, and I'm going to weld all of the vertices that were left behind. So after we have them all welded, I'm going to select each of these polygons here, made hit a grow on the selection tab, and now I'm deselecting the ones that I don't need, and I'll try perform an extrude there. I actually deleted all of the bottom polygons there and the top ones, and I'm just selecting those polygons there in the middle, extruding them, and I'll have to delete all of the inner polygons that were created during the extrusion. Okay, and now I'll have to make a few welds. It seems that I have forgotten to delete that polygon there. Okay, make the welds there of all the vertices. Okay, so after I do all the welds, I'm just going to add a few connections, hardening the sides, making sure that everything is looking how it should be. And I'm just going to assign the standard material, the black color, and I'm going to paste my mesh smooth and check out how everything's looking there. As you can see, it's looking kind of okay, though I'm not pretty sure that the middle is how it should be. I'm going to isolate this element to take a better look at it. Sorry. Okay, so after I made my mesh smooth, put up my mesh smooth to 2 iterations, I've noticed that I have a problem in the middle there, and I'm just going to try and fix that with a few connects, but as you can see, it's only making things worse. So I'm going to have to think of another way to fix this up. I'll try welding those vertices there. But again, I have this strange problem here. And now, as you can see, Max has some problems with my scene, but everything is going back to normal now, and I'm just going to continue making efforts here to fix that. At this point, I'm not really sure why this is happening. I'm just brainstorming here, trying to think what the problem is and what the solution has to be. I try some crazy connects there. But once again, it's only making things worse. I try to position this edge closer to the middle there, and still no result. So at the end, I've decided that I'm going to select all of my middle polygons there, and I'm going to detach them as an element. Therefore, they're still a part of this object here, but they are not connected with the other polygons that we have messed up there, and there won't be any problem with the smoothing. It's kind of a, it's not the best thing to do here, but I'm really not into making some crazy shapes and geometries there and connects to make this shape. So as you can see now, everything's looking good. I'll just add a few connects on these parts here to make them harder. Okay, select all of these, ring select, and actually I've already selected those. Ring select and connect. I'm going to add another connect here on the side. Okay, like that. Just going around the model, adding the connects on each side. Okay, let me check how that's looking with the mesh smooth. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. I can now bring the mesh smooth iterations back to 1, because I'm going to unhide all of the other parts. Okay, so now I'm just going to create all of these bolts on the top. Again, the familiar way, using the cylinder. With 8 sides, position it properly, like that, just so I see it. Rotate it how it should be. And make the cuts. Okay. Connect those vertices there. It's basically the same thing we've done throughout all the parts here. And it's the only way that I would recommend using when you're making some kind of a high poly mesh, or a model that you're going to be using smoothing on, because Boolean is actually good for nothing. I don't recommend using Boolean at any point, because it's only making things worse. It has some awful way of cutting through the geometry, and also adding a lot of unnecessary edges. So I think that making such connects, and cuts using a cylinder, it's always better. I need to look more, natural. It will not be, you will not have some kind of smoothing or uh, shading problems with the final result. Okay, just finishing up the last cut I have to do here. I could have made only a few of the parts of the high poly and show them to you, and maybe you know, show you the end result, and left you to do all the stuff by yourself. But I've decided not to do that. I've decided that it's always easier and better for beginners especially to see all of the steps, because things sometimes are looking different. Are different, but are looking the same. For instance, sometimes you have holes like this here, which are extruded and stuff like that, and other times you have you only have holes on flat surfaces. So it's essential for you to understand how to create such holes, not to move any of the vertices, especially if you're not using edge constraint and stuff like that. So I really hope that you've learned a lot from these tutorials here. As you can see, we're finishing up. I'm going to select one of the bolts here and make a copy, position it where it should be, of course center the pivot. Okay, position this bolt on the right spot like that, and I'm just going to make 3 more copies. And rotating each of the bolts a bit, making sure that they look unique. And of course I'm going to attach the bolts to the main part here. Okay, so what's left for us to do now is this hose here. and of course this cable protector or something like that. I call it cable protector. It might as well be something else. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just positioning this part here where it should be. Try to make it sit more more like in the real reference here. Make it look more natural. And now I'll have to make this holes here, or this big cable. I don't know if there are cables inside, or if it's kind of a some kind of hole, holes for maybe oil or something like that. I don't know. And just try to to recreate the shape here with this line. I think it's kind of like that. Once again, I'm trying to position the different vertices just so they're looking more natural. Enabling the spline in the renderer and in the viewport. Again, checking the generate mapping coordinates and real world map size, which is really important. As I told you several times before, if you're going to make any textures later on, or use this mesh to bake some normals or something like that, it's always a good idea to check these two options. It will save you a lot of trouble, because you know, such lines and shapes and stuff are always very hard to unwrap. And once we have this holes ready, I'm just going to get one of the holders here, and I'm going to copy it right about there, position it properly, adjust the size of course, because this one is too small. Just going to scale that a bit, position it like that. Okay, move those back just so they touch the mesh there, like that. Okay, I think that's looking good. So let me see if I have anything left there. Yeah, the last thing we're going to do is actually fill this hole it's too big to be left you know, empty. So I'm going to start with a box there, try to make some kind of a shape there, a random shape. It's not exactly like on the reference. And just try to make it look more natural there, try to fix it up a bit. Just adding a connect there. Extrude this polygon on the side. Okay, make another connect. Basically try to match the shape, but also create some you know, shapes that you think that will be looking good, because we can't really see that this part on the reference. It's not such a good part there to be created from the reference. And it also will not be so visible after we're done. The purpose of this is just to fill up the hole there, because it will look really strange if you have such a big hole there, which in reality, you know, cannot happen. Such a big machine, and to have to be empty inside, it doesn't make much sense. So I'm just making a few connects here, like that, and now I have the polygons that I need. I select all of these, make an extrude, and I'm going to start off making some of making all of the connections that I need here to harden the sides. Okay, paste the mesh smooth to check how this is looking. As you can see, we have to add a few more connects. Okay, that's looking better. I'm going to assign my standard material and the black color, and after I unhide all of the elements, I'll just position this inner part closer to the hole there, and as you can see that that's looking pretty good. And this actually was the last part we're going to make, and this concludes the high poly modeling of the Soviet machine. I hope you've learned a lot of stuff. I hope you had fun, and once again, I'll be more than happy to take a look at your end results. So just email me, and okay guys, bye bye, see you soon.